I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake of the Ozarks news update brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com and sponsored by Yacht Club Power Sports and Quick Car in Osage Beach.
Today we're going to be talking about newborns in a local kindergarten class.
A boater who took his SUV for a swim.
A celebration to light up the night.
A very good dog and a very bad dog.
The annual Eldon Chamber of Commerce dinner.
Veterans brainstorming for a memorial at Camdenton's airport.
And much more. All that coming up, plus boating tips with Bob's No Wake Zone. A look at events coming to the lake this weekend. All that after a message from Yacht Club Power Sports.
Yacht Club Power Sports has expanded to ensure you have fun on both land and water, on the trails and on the road with Can-Am, Kawasaki, Victory Motorcycles, Arctic Cat, and Polaris, which introduces the 2015 Slingshot. On the water as the world's #1 Sea-Doo dealer, and are proud to introduce the Supra and Moomba boat lines to the YC Power Sports family. Look for our new showroom this summer off Formula Way in Osage Beach, and you can find us off Highway 63 in Columbia. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
They came to light up the night. Families, friends, members of local law enforcement, all gathered over the weekend on the Sunrise Beach Toll Bridge to band together in a community awareness project for the National Crime Victims' Rights Week. The event was sponsored by the local chapter of CADV, CADV, Citizens Against Domestic Violence. Paper lanterns, think miniature hot air balloons, were distributed to the crowd, who then lighted and released them into the night sky. The sky lanterns were a reminder in honor of victims of child abuse, parents of murdered children, domestic violence, sexual violence, stalking, and mothers against drunk driving. As you can see, the event was well attended, as people gathered together to light up the night. Bob Spicer for Lake TV.
A donation from the Camden County Farm Bureau will mean lots of chirping in local kindergarten classrooms. The Farm Bureau donated 2 egg incubators to Dogwood Elementary kindergarten classes. Last fall, the Farm Bureau donated 6 incubators to the school. They can hatch 12 eggs each, and all the kindergarten classes plan to hatch eggs this spring. That means almost 100 chirping chicks on campus. The school was thankful for the donations and said they'll bring lessons to life.
An Indiana fisherman had a surprise at the boat ramp last weekend. While launching his boat at Public Beach number 2, James Briner found that he had forgotten to put his SUV in park. Well, the trailer, boat, and vehicle rolled into the water. The boat was undamaged, but the SUV was completely underwater when Atlantis Dive and Dock Salvage pulled it out. Other than that, wounded pride, there were no incidents and no accidents and no injuries.
Local police will be ramping up DWI enforcement next month, just in time for prom and graduation. Osage Beach police say they'll be joining with law enforcement across the country as they focus specifically on drivers under 21. The enforcement efforts are expected during the first 2 weeks of May.
A Camden County man was sentenced in Kansas City last week to 20 years in federal prison for the forced sex trafficking of 2 women. Joshua Kane Smith pleaded guilty to 1 count of sex trafficking, 1 count of attempted sex trafficking. Smith met the victims online, began abusing the women shortly after they started dating. He forced one of the women into prostitution and attempted it with the other woman, threatening to kill both of them if they didn't comply. In addition to prison time, Smith was ordered to pay more than $23,000 in restitution to one of those victims.
An attacking pit bull was shot in Sunrise Beach, and police say the dog's owner is now facing charges. Police Chief David Slavens was investigating a reported pit bull attack on a man while he was walking his dog in the village. While Slavens was taking photographs and searching for evidence, he said 2 dogs charged him. Slavens said he shot and killed 1 dog while the other ran underneath a nearby house owned by Sunrise Beach resident James Wood. Authorities say Wood's dogs were involved in an attack that killed a neighborhood dog last month. Wood has been ordered to remove his dogs from the city and is facing municipal charges for having unrestrained animals inside the city limits.
Well, enough about bad dogs. Here's a good dog story about man's best friend. Osage Beach police have a canine named Axel, and he helped local law enforcement with a huge drug bust in 4 Seasons. A highway patrolman stopped 31-year-old Michael Hall on April 16th for driving with expired plates. The trooper suspected drugs had been in the vehicle, and Axel was called in. Authorities say the dog quickly alerted that drugs had been in the car, and a search warrant was obtained for a condo on Horseshoe Bend. Police say they found more than 9 pounds of marijuana, along with other drugs and firearms. Hall was arrested. He's being held in Camden County Jail, facing multiple felony and misdemeanor charges.
Last fall, Camdenton aldermen made an about-face in their decision to remove Memorial from the name of the city's airport, in a step that city officials and local veterans hope will remind citizens of the reason for the name. The city is planning to build a monument at the airport. To that end, local leaders and veterans are putting their heads together. The Veterans Memorial Monument Committee is expected to make a recommendation to the city board on the specifics of the timeless memorial.
The Lake Christian Academy has partnered with Liberty University's Online Academy to offer online courses for middle and high school students. Liberty University instructors actually teach the courses, while Academy teachers are there to assist. The online courses don't require textbooks, and the school says they create a more personalized learning environment. The Sunrise Beach School recently changed its name from Lake West Christian Academy as it continues to bring students from all around the lake area. By the way, they're hosting an informational meeting May 7th at 6 p.m. if you want to learn a little bit more about the Academy. Coming up, the annual Eldon Chamber of Commerce dinner, boating tips with Bob's No Wake Zone, and events at the lake this weekend that you don't want to miss. All that after a word from Quick Car in Osage Beach.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
There's no fueling around when you're fueling your boat. Serious accidents can occur when fueling, so never fuel at night unless it's an emergency. If you must refuel after dark, use battery-operated lights. To protect the water environment, try to refuel away from the water. Now, here are a few more things to remember about fueling your boat. Tie your boat securely to the dock. Ask all passengers to leave the boat and go onto the dock. Make sure no one is smoking in or around the gas dock. Check to see that all fuel lines, connections, and fuel vents are in good condition. Turn off everything that might cause a spark: your engines, genset, fans, electrical equipment. Be sure to close all doors and hatches to prevent fumes from entering the boat. Remove portable tanks from the boat before filling on the dock. Now make sure you have a fire extinguisher within reach, and keep the nozzle in solid contact with the tank opening to prevent static electricity. And fill your tank slowly to avoid spilling into the water or bilge. Never fill a tank to the brim. Leave some room for the fuel to expand. Finally, before starting your engine, sniff the bilge and engine compartment for fuel vapors. Blow or ventilate for at least 4 minutes before starting any motor. That's today's boating tip. I invite you to listen to Bob's No Wake Zone boating radio show Saturday mornings 7 to 8 a.m. on News Talk KRMS. And until next time, we'll see you out on the lake.
The awards flowed like the fine wine offered to members and friends as the Eldon Chamber of Commerce held their annual dinner at Shawnee Bend Vineyard this past weekend.
What we do is we recognize the large business and small business of the year. We also recognize volunteer of the year, our citizen of the year, and the educator of the year.
Here's a list of award winners and the new board members. It was a perfect night for fine wine, good food, and coming together. Lake TV congratulates all the award winners as well as the new board members.
Does your dog have good manners? This Thursday, you and your pup can take the American Kennel Club's Canine Good Citizen Test at the Dogwood Animal Shelter. The cost is $10 per dog and it begins at 6:30 p.m. For more information, check the Dogwood Animal Shelter website.
The 27th annual Magic Dragon Street Meet National Car Show kicks off this Friday at noon. All kinds of cars, trucks, motorcycles will be displayed on the Bagnell Dam Strip. The car show runs on Friday from noon to 5. There's a parade at 5:30. It also opens Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
The Lake Regional's Fun Run and Walk starts at 7 a.m. on Saturday. The 5K run will follow a course around the hospital and Osage Beach Parkway. The walk will stay at the hospital. Registration costs between $25 and $30 depending on the race you're in. For more information, go to the Lake Regional website.
Spring's in full bloom. That means farmers markets are firing up for the season. Versailles and Eldon will start their markets on Friday evening. Osage Beach and Camdenton farmers markets begin on Saturday morning.
The 27-acre yard sale in Laurie is back this weekend. You can check it out on Saturday between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the Laurie Fairgrounds, rain or shine.
The Harbor Hop is kicking off boating season with a hopping poker game. Starting Saturday at 10 a.m. you can draw cards at dozens of lake restaurants and marina checkpoints. Check out funlake.com for information on locations and prizes.
On Sunday, head to the Osage National Golf Resort for the Ozarks Jazz Society program. Dinner starts at 5 p.m. and Red Lair's Powerhouse 5 will play at 6:30. Tickets are $10 for Society members and $12.50 for non-members. To reserve your dinner seat, call by Thursday. This has been your Lake of the Ozarks News Update.
Thanks for watching us on Charter Cable Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, and of course anytime on mylaketv.com, and we'll see you next time.